explore Pokemon, TCG, and sports cards here on the Cardboard Alchemist podcast. And now here are your hosts, Giovanni and Sebastian.
Welcome to Cardboard
Alchemist?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. We'll get the intro right one day.
Yeah.
Hell
Ready,
yeah.
guys. This is episode 22 already, or 23. We don't know. Because
This is 23.
We have a lot of good episodes coming in, so
Yes, because
we're excited.
this one's highly anticipated.
So we're very happy with this one, and we're very, I got a tiny one too that I'm still working on and experimenting. And, it's very great, like with the methods we're trying out, experimenting the time durations and everything, and asking for advice. And honestly, I've been thinking it's been really good. Right now, I'm going to do one for 30 minutes, and then I'm going to do another one for like 2-3 hours to see how the difference is on that one. What about you, Giovanni? How you been doing with the whole heat press situation?
I'm digging it. I mean, it's one of those things where I feel like if you're going through a lot of cards, let's say if you clean cards for side money or whatever, or you're doing a bunch of your own, it's a good way to like speed the drying process.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And albeit some people have exclaimed that they have had indents and bends come out with the heat press, I feel like the pressing step still needs to be somewhere in the equation.
Yeah.
With the book press and things like that, we've heard about. This episode's really special because, I want to say 6-7 months ago, this method, I first talked with Matthew, Shiny Asset Exchange, a while ago on Instagram. We went live, and he showed me the heat press that he has. I'd be curious if he used to press t-shirts or whatever, because that's what they're really designed for, is sublimation.
It could be for anything. You can use it. I mean, maybe if you do the side hustle for cards, you could also do t-shirts. You can do, decals on hats, mugs, and all these other things, because sometimes they will come with different accessories that you can actually put on these things. Mine didn't come with them, but did yours?
Oh, yours didn't? Because I was telling you,
it just came
when you
with
get
the
your
press.
heat press, mine had this circular tube thing that collapses in on a mug.
Mine didn't have that.
Like if you have a mug or something, you could print your own stuff and put it on there, which is kind of cool. But no, I'm not getting creative with it. I'm just using it for cards. It's a completely unintended purpose, but it's kind of cool to have the person who brought the method to the community. He's going to be going live with us a little later on the Patreon. So if you're not in the Patreon, join the Patreon, because he has really honed in this method.
He's been doing this for a long time. So
yeah, you and I are going to be talking about our experience with it, especially with the whole blotter situation too, because I feel like the blotter is a good addition to this. That basically allows the moisture somewhere for the moisture to go. So the moisture gets sucked into here. Because I put dry cards in here, and it's surprising how quickly the card will dry out in here. But it's a bit of a dance, and we'll talk about it in a little bit when I talk about some of the cards. But definitely check out the Patreon episode on this one, because it's going to be super exciting to talk to him. So when we first talked 6-7 months ago, he was like, yeah, the heat press, it's changed the game for him for drying cards. Because you and I mean, how long are you keeping cards in presses? It feels like we're just keep pushing it longer.
For a week, or sometimes depending 2 weeks, And sometimes they come out dry, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes they just I leave them there for a while, they start curling up, and it does piss me off a little bit. It sets me back, and I'm I have to wait another freaking couple days so I can fully flatten and everything. And then once I put them in the blotter to just to help the process of drying, when I take them out after a couple hours or maybe a full day, or just leaving them overnight, they have a wonky curl to it. I'm just what the hell, So, yeah. I mean, this heat press thing is very promising, and, you see cards come out flatter and not as curved and curled as you see them with regular pressing, with a cold press or something like that.
Yeah. There's, I like that I've heard dry press or cold press. Yeah, those
It's the same
terms
thing.
before.
Yeah, I've never seen like when I first like heard about a cold press. I'm like, what the fuck is a cold
I
press?
know. I know.
I'm like, are they like freezing the
Freezing
plates
it.
or something? And no, it's just regular. You just don't like basically just get the plates, leave it at that, press it, and that's it. You don't have to no freezing, no nothing.
Yeah. So when Matthew first talked about this method, I was a little skeptical because I'm like, is that real? Does that really work? And to be quite honest, most of it was like, I just didn't have the room for this thing. But
I know, me neither. I was like, I wanted to get a heat press like since the very beginning, but like I'm like, oh, it's too big. Do I have any room? Well, I found one that's a 12 by 10, and it's perfect. And you saw it. It's a little mini thing. It reminds me of I'm making waffles. It makes this sound. I'm like, damn, I'm really craving waffles.
Yeah. And I'm going to be kind of, so I'm going to be straight up and then we'll jump into the heat press stuff real quick. But I just want to like throw something out there to the whole community. So when I talked to Matthew, which by the way, great guy, it's amazing to see people experiment. I absolutely love the people in this hobby that are pushing the boundaries, that are trying new things, and then bringing those things back to the community and sharing. That's what Cardboard Alchemists is all about. And that's what, we love bringing these kind of new methods to you guys. And a couple of people in the Patreon group chat was like, hey, I'm having really good results with the heat press. Are you guys going to do an episode? So a couple of weeks back, we bought ours and have been experimenting since then. Here we go. Yeah. In the last Patreon episode, we do kind of like show a bit of the heat press stuff, but today we've been practicing more, honing it in more. Plus, we're going to have the Godfather himself, Matthew, come in on the Patreon and really talk about his honed in version of this, because ours is a little different. In fact, I'm linking up with Shiny Asset because I want to talk with him a little bit more about this method, as well as give him some blotter so he can kind of try that out.
Try and test it out and everything.
Yeah. Because I think honestly there might be something to this. I'm not saying like, oh, he's missing this. I'm just saying like it could be something that might help.
Of course.
Yeah. But all in all, I want to kind of apologize to him because, me and him have had a little bit of a rocky relationship. Not like an ex-girlfriend or anything, but I kind of
kidding.
I kind of got upset because I was in development of Hyper Potion at the time, and he was good friends with Miracle Car Care. I talked with them as well, but they didn't know I was up to my own stuff. There's a lot of reasons why I developed that product. But basically he talked to Miracle about the product, and then Miracle came at me saying like, why are you making some competitive? It's a competing product. I get it. Right.
It's a competitive thing out there, man. It's just,
Yeah. But I talked to Matthew again, cause I didn't listen. So I have a bad problem with this. I will just hit you with the block and not get your side of the story. And that's on me. And part of it was ego, but, when he did that, I thought it was like an attack on, I thought it was just like Two-Face stuff. And it really wasn't. What he was doing was telling Miracle, hey, your stuff's leaking. It's not really as good as it should be. He didn't say that, but in my opinion, that was one of the reasons I did it. I needed my own product, my own Polka Master Center branded product. And I had some new and fresh ideas to bring to the table when it comes to scratch reduction. So that's what Hyper Potion came out to be. Now, I took it as a stab in the back, but really it was more of him trying to bridge the gap, saying like, hey, your stuff's not work, or, there's issues with the product. And again, here's the deal. When it comes to scratch reduction in general, it's a tricky game because you're literally buffing the surface, right? Miracle's stuff is lower potency than Hyper Potion, but that's good in cases where you're really nervous about taking paint off, right?
Yeah, definitely. It doesn't take a paint as much because that's the first scratch reducer that I ever used. Sorry for cutting you off, but yeah, Miracle was the first one I've ever used. It was Kurt's, Miracle, and then yours, and then what I sticked with the most was your product and Kurt's. Miracle, I only don't go as much.
You're talking about the polish, right? Like Kurt's polish, because Kurt's recovery came after Hyperpush.
I haven't even tried. I'm gonna be honest, like 100%. I have not even tried Kurt's recovery.
Yeah, I tried some alpha versions of it, but I haven't tried the new stuff. But anyway, we'll have a whole episode dedicated to the scratch stuff. But I just kind of wanted to clear the air because recently I've been kind of thinking more about, my relationship with certain people in the community. And out of all the people I've had riffs with, he has been the one that has stuck in the back of my head as like, I fucked up. Right. Mm-hmm. And I'll bleep that out. But, so I want to publicly apologize. Like, I know sometimes dealing with Giovanni isn't the easiest. You know that, Sebastian. So, but
you just need to talk to them correctly. It's like how I told you. I'm very proud of you for, accepting that, that you had an ego and everything. And that's the thing. We're a community. We got to help each other out and help each other's ideas and everything, and spread out the information out there. I know there's a lot of miscommunication, especially in messages, and you don't know what people are thinking until you actually talk to them in person or talk to them on the phone. That's when you can truly feel like what they're actually trying to say. And yeah, it's the same thing with Shiny Acid and other people that I had to talk to. The same thing with with things that are either going on in the community or whatever. A lot of people don't know, but yeah, a lot of things happen in the back of the curtains. Yeah. But as long as you know how to, like kind of talk to people or just listen, listening is a key. And that's the thing. And that's how I talked to Matthew about it too. And another individual as well. There's always going to be two sides of the stories. Once you get both stories and see how it truly is, you get an understanding of what's really going on.
Yeah, like I said, I have a lot of respect for people who bring stuff to the community, share new ideas on how to fix cards and stuff like that. And one thing about Sebastian, one thing about Matthew is he was the first person I saw bring the heat press to the community. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And talking with him, it seems like there's some misunderstanding that people think Kurt is the first one that brought it. But I believe with almost a shadow of a doubt, Matthew was the first to talk about it. And I think Matthew talked to Kurt about the heat press, and then Kurt started talking about the heat press. So just for history's sake, Matthew with I don't know if he wants to say his name. Sorry, bro.
Leave it out.
It's not. We're not doing his last name anyway. But anyway, he's the man, and I'm glad to have him on the Patreon here soon to talk about the heat press.
Talk to the guy. He's a solid dude, man. Talk to him for a good 30-40 minutes, and very solid dude, man. He's super cool. Very knowledgeable with the heat press and with other methods as well. And I think he has a lot of good things coming to the table, man.
Yeah, so let's do it. So you have a card that's been sitting in the heat press for a little while?
Right here.
Okay. So what'd you do with that card?
So I'm trying a different method. So yesterday and 2 days ago, yesterday, I just Humidity 2.0 this so I can get it flat or just, to replicate bubbling and all that stuff. So right now it's not curled anymore, but you can tell right here I just did a light mist, like 2 to 3 sprays on the pads from far. And I just wanted it to just get soft and moist because I don't want this card getting burnt or, on the press. And this thing was wonky. I'll show you a picture right now, but now it's a little bit more flatter. Right now I'm going to put this in the heat press for about 30 minutes at 150 on each side to see how that works. And then I'm writing down notes to see how effective it is. And then this is going to be the same test card I'm going to be doing with all the tests. It's creased up. It's everything, man. Look.
Oh, so you did one. You did one mist on each side of those mats. Then
I did 3 mist. I did 3 mist, but far away. Yeah, just far away. Just 1, 2, 3. I kind of spread it around. And yeah,
No,
so
no
I'm gonna do that.
parchment though. No barrier.
No
just
parchment.
straight on
No,
it?
just straight on it. Yeah,
How's the scaling look on the back?
it's not bad at all. Look,
How
a
long's it
little
been
bit,
sitting
but
in
it's
there?
not bad. It's been sitting there for like 30 minutes to 45.
30, 45. Okay. That's the part I'm curious about. Like, okay, is it good to press it first and then throw it into the, heat press, or vice versa? Or maybe both, like press, heat press, then press again. Or
Yeah.
I should say dry press, heat press, dry press.
Yeah.
Right. So, I'd be curious to see what Matthew has to say about that too. But yeah, I've got a couple of experiments here too. I'm going to do a card here as well. So you did I don't know what the hell the names are nowadays. I think people call bubble beam. Kurt Kurt calls it his spray method. I don't even think he calls it bubble beam, but that. Oh, by the way, about that, I think I'm curious if Kurt was the one that talked about the miss, or if it was Shiny first. Now that I think about it,
we can ask him. I think in the page we can personally ask him.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But I'm curious because I do know for a fact that whoever came up with the spray thing, Matthew was the one that came up with the parchment and then spraying it more and getting it like even more damp sort of thing, which is what kind of evolved into the humidity storm
2.0
blotter and all the other crap. So I'm curious. I mean, I see a lot of scaling on that card. So in my opinion, I would like
parchment it.
Well, parchment even kind of causes it. Even humidity storm causes it a little bit. I guess my point is like pressing it and then putting into the heat press probably might be the right step to get rid of the scale and get rid of the orange peel first and then do it. Now, you don't have the time for that. I assume you're just going to throw it into the heat press right now. But anyway, they're just saying like the actual steps, you'd probably want to press it first. Now, Matthew talked about a book press, like those wind down ones. I have one upstairs that I should have brought down here.
Mine comes Friday, so I'm down to try that. I know me and Matthew were talking about that too when we talked on the phone, when he was kind of giving me tips and pointers. He showed me that press, so I ordered it. He's told me he leaves in the card inside in a book for about 12 hours, and he presses it for 12 hours. After that, he hits it in the press at 170, I believe, for like 2 to 3 hours.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pull up his videos here too, because in fact, let's pull those up and then we'll do our experiments. But when I use the book press, this is what I was using. I was using 2 plates. I think the 4x7s or something like that, maybe 5x7. And what I would do is I'd take the large penny sleeves and put one on each plate. In fact, when I peel these, I like to put them on right away. That way, when the dust lands on here, it lands on this. And then when I'm ready to swap a new card, I just take this off, put a fresh one on that's been sealed up, like my sealed up bag of all of my large penny sleeves. I'll just take a fresh one out, slap. So take this one off, put new ones on. That way, like 100% there's no dust. Yeah. And then seal it up right away. And I put a loogie of first edition into the book press. I actually forgot it in there. And like a week later, I'll take that back. Like 2 days after I like wound it down a lot, I like loosened it up a little bit just to kind of let the card breathe.
Day by day.
If you just seal this up and the moisture can't escape, you might deal with bubbling or worse, like you think the card's dry, but it's not. So I think loosening it up after some time to just give some pressure off to like let the card start to expand a little bit is a good idea.
You know what I've noticed that's been helping out a lot too? You know that the one that you showed me, the one that Cardsick uses. So I left this card in there for a whole like 3 weeks.
In what? You left it in what? Damn, that's flat.
In that flattener that we've been using, the screw down,
the little screw down guy. Yeah.
The reason why I left it in there for a while, and this was creased up. You can still kind of see them, of course. Like I mean, you can still. I'm not gonna lie about that. You know, transparency, but this was really creased up in the front. You can kind of see the trails because, of course, the scarring. But I left it in there for a whole 2-3 weeks.
But here's the thing, Sebastian. I'm curious, like I've heard of, and it happens to me. You leave that card on the desk. What's it going to look like in a couple days, right?
Well, the thing is, I tested that because sometimes warping can still be caused inside a top loader. So I left it in the top loader, and I pray to God nothing happened. It's already been like 3-4 days. It hasn't warped.
Oh, really?
It has not warped.
Was it warped before you worked on it?
I would say a little bit. It was like more like this top right here, like a little down. But other than that, my main concerns were like the creases and everything. And then I have a card here that I'm gonna show a perfect example. You can see it right away of what's going on.
I've been dealing with that too, man.
So I mean, when you take it out, you can just kind of like just move it a little bit, and the thing will go away automatically.
Yeah, it's like the top loaders kind of like are weird because one side's like closed down, but the other side's open. So if you look at it, like one side's kind of opening up, so the card has room on one side to bend, but the other side it's flat. So
yeah, that's what I'm kind of like been dealing with right now, and I do apologize to some of my clients too because I guess of course in transit, it goes through different temperatures as well. It goes through hot, cold, all that stuff. And I had one client come at me telling me that, one of their cards came in like really bent and they bubbled up again. So I was like, shit. So I told him to send me the card back so I could fix it. And with that, I think I'm gonna have to like leave it in the freaking press for like 2-3 weeks. Well, until I figure this heat press thing out, it'll probably cut it down short.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping. So this Charizard had the same problem yours did. Okay, so this was the one that I did in the heat press, and coming out of the heat press, it looked perfect. It looked
flat
great.
And everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'll take that back. So when you dry a card too much and it starts to curve the other way, like the dry curve, which I guess I can give an example of real quick. I'll pull this guy out. So
kind of like this. Like a little bit like.
So when it starts to curve down into the back, that means it's dry. When you have a card in the humidor, it starts to curve the other way.
The other
right?
way. Yeah.
So there's a bunch of moisture that gets in here, and then the card starts to curve, like that. And so so I did this over again, but I did something a little bit different this time. So the card was super dry. Like I put into the heat press, I think for like 2 or 3 minutes on 185 with the blotters. So mind you, with the blotters. And what was crazy is I took it out like after 10 or 15 seconds because something was messed up in the stack. And when I took it out, dude, there was moisture everywhere. Like right when heat hits this thing, especially with the blotter, moisture just starts running out of the card. So anyway, I took it out of the heat press and it was really bent in, right? And so it was really dry. And then I was like, maybe I'll just put it in the top loader and it'll kind of figure itself out. Shape
or mold in a way.
What you just showed me happened to the card, right? Like this kind of front bent in, but these layers are poking up. So wonky. I think you'll definitely get dinged. In fact, I had I won't say what card, but I had a card that had that issue sent to a grading company. I got a 6, and the card is beautiful. Like maybe one or two white dots, like nothing else wrong with the card, just that one little thing, and they gave it a 6. So it does affect the grading. If it doesn't have a natural bend, like this is a natural bend.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So here's what I did different. I did the same steps, heat pressed the card, and the stack I'm using in the heat press kind of looks like this. So I'm taking these metal plates. You got the big boys, but I just ended up getting the 5x7s. We'll have links in the Patreon on Amazon where you can buy these, but it's just aluminum plates.
I think I'm going to get those, man. I think I'm going to get the ones that you have because these big boys are kind of hard to move.
Yeah, those look heavy. Yeah, you got like but it fits your whole heat press, which is kind of cool. so you could probably smack like 10 or 20 cards of the same, whatever,
I
five or
wouldn't
six.
want to.
Yeah, dude, actually about that, I think putting 2 cards into one plate is a bad idea. Because I don't think you're giving it even pressure. So when you're like flattening a card, I think put one in there. Because if you have a Japanese card and an English card, those are different thicknesses. That's so just
definitely.
Like if you're doing this and you want to be a pro at it, like just do one. Don't get too fancy on that. You're going to get one that looks great and the other one's going to be wonky, because I've already tried it, by the way. I've had that issue. So anyway, here's my stack. So I got this guy. And what I've been doing is taking the Humidity Storm 2.0 stack, which is a dry blotter. I didn't soak this one. Then the polyester. And then I just put the card with the back towards this. Now, this is really smooth. So this is an attempt to try not to give any sort of, because if you look at the actual blotter of the texture, there is somewhat of like a wavy appearance to it, right? So this is just as a barrier to let the card still be able to have moisture reach the blotter, but still have that flat, smooth kind of ability to not bleed that texture onto the card. So I would do that. I would put the card down back on that, and then I would take the Humidity Storm pack now comes with these dry boards. And so I've been putting that on top because there's no moisture at all that's going to escape from the front. It's plastic. All the moisture is coming out the back of the card, right? And then I'd take the other plate and put that on top and smush it in there. I'll do a demonstration here in a little bit, but here's the difference, Sebastian. I want you to try this out too. We could talk to you about Matthew later too and see what he thinks about it. But the card came out dry, right? It came out super bent, the dry way. I took it out. I put it in the humidor and I watched it. I just watched it in the humidor until it went from dry to flat. And then I pulled it out of the humidor. Then, instead of putting it into a top loader where it might get kind of wonky, I put it into a card saver, right? So it's been sitting in here for a couple of days like this, and the card looks fantastic now. Like now, this card was really
I like card
bent.
savers because sometimes they give it that natural curvature that cards need to.
It still has the same problem, by the way, though, where like this is completely pushed down and there's some sort of little tiny bit of opening here. So that does, but right when you pluck the card out, it usually like smooths itself out, sort of thing.
So no anaconda squeeze at all?
Ooh, this might have had it at one point in the past, but like I said, if you don't want to deal with orange peel on the back, that's what the humidor is really good at. I still use the humidor, especially with Japanese, man. Japanese has some really smooth backs. Like
shiny backs too.
Very rarely have like a textured look to them. A lot of Watsy vintage English has like natural texture on the back. But these, man, this one's actually cooked. Now that I look at it, this is a bad example. This one
I actually have one. I think
humidified the crap out of, so this one's a bad example. But you just got to be careful. So like if the card already has a texture on the back, Humidity Storm's fine. If you're going to use Humidity Storm and just take into consideration, that's where Anaconda Squeeze comes in. Because you want to reduce that orange peel on the back. Because if it's excessive, I could also see grading companies getting stricter about that, especially with how much these methods have kind of gone public. We're hearing about PSA or whatever companies allegedly being inside of, Discords and, trying to
probably
watch.
in here too.
Which we even heard they're in the Patreon. I don't know if that's true. I think like a lot of graders are diehard collectors. Yeah, and if anything, they're just more interested. I doubt they're rats, and they're like, maybe there might be, but anything that adds more time to the grading process, they're not going to put much time into. So,
because they do like 30 seconds each card.
Yeah. So, I mean, in this case, like if the grader has seen 1,000 Japanese cards and looks at this card and sees that texture on the back, they'll probably ding it for it. I don't know if they'd really hurt it that much, but a grader who doesn't know that, they'd probably 10 it. So it really just depends whose what the grader's experience level is with the card that they're holding. How many have they seen? That sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, I'm kind of like this. The only problem with this, Sebastian, and I'm a little nervous advising this method as like, you know, the gold standard, is I've had two situations. One with a shiny Gyarados Double Hollow where I humidified that card a lot, and I did not dry it with the heat press, right? I took it out of the humidor, did one little thing with I think a corner, and put it right into the card saver and shipped it off to a grading company. Well, there was some layer separation on the very corner. It was bubbled up, and I got a 5, I think, or a 6 or something like that. So you just, especially with that mid-era, the EX sort of stuff, your gold stars, that bubbling can happen. And even on vintage too. Modern, I haven't seen it too much, but that's probably because people aren't doing too much crazy stuff with modern. Usually it comes clean. And you just need one or two little minor things. But I like kind of the scale method where it's like, you know, the straw, just blow some humidity on the spot, fix it. If it's really bad damage, okay, humidor. If the texture looks good, okay, humidor. If you're dealing with a wrecked card, just humidity storm it.
Humidity storm it.
Yeah. So I'd be curious to ask Shiny about that. Like if he thinks adding a little tiny bit, because I didn't have it in there long, right? It was in there maybe 10, 15 minutes, and it went from dry to looking flat, and I plucked it right at that point. Because my idea is like, okay, when the card is super dry, all those paper fibers are like just hugging the shit out of each other, right? And when you add a little bit of humidity, it kind of gives that give. Now, when you have a lot of humidity, that's where things are really kind of crazy, which maybe is a part of the whole layer separation issue, right?
Yeah.
So
definitely.
You know, we've been dealing with that too. Bubbling on cards, it's been ruining our life, right?
I've been hating it. It's been stressing me out so much.
And I think a lot of that has to do with us not heat pressing it to get a majority of the moisture out, and not waiting long enough to press it either, right? Like sometimes we're plucking it too soon. I've even had situations where a client demanded a card back because I was taking forever. I'm freaking swamped over here. But I took a screw down flattener and shipped the card in the screw down flattener. I told them, do not take it out for at least a couple weeks. Like still leave it in there, because that card had bubbling. The card looked amazing at one point, and then I had it in the dry stack, and then it bubbled on me. Now, mind you, I had it in like a half dry stack, which was pretty much like the blotter like this. And then I just put a plate with a penny sleeve right on top like that. And I noticed it started to bubble. Actually, I take that back. I have polyester on top. So this layer right here was on top, and then the plate. And I noticed, because this is porous, this has air coming through, and there's room there, and it bubbled on me. So
that happened to me too with one card. Like literally, I fixed the Umbreon, and I also fixed Crystal Lugia that had bubbling. I left the Lugia there for like 2 weeks, clamped. I had a bubble. Bubble went away after those 2 weeks. I left it there for like a day or two. Nothing came out. After those 2 days, it just bubbled on me. I'm like,
where was it sitting in a clamp, or when did it bubble on you?
it started bubbling in the drying process.
In the drying
bladders.
process, in between the bladders.
So it bubbled again, the same places. I was like, and it sucks because it's a trial and error. It sets you back and everything. And okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, let's zip through some videos here, and then we'll do some of our tests right now, and then we'll jump into the page and talk to Matthew about some of those things. So. Let me share my screen here. There we go.
But like, also, I was gonna ask. You can cut that part out.
I'm leaving it in.
No,
I told you to get sleep last night.
I did.
I said I was going to come over there and violently shake you if you didn't.
No, don't shake me.
And then you said you needed a hug.
It's just it was a tiring day too.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Sebastian,
I'm good.
We're gonna send you love. We love you.
Yeah, I was just stressed out last night, and like this whole bubbling situation's been like keeping me up. I'm just trying to figure out some shit.
I don't blame you. I've been stressed out too, man.
No, but it's just today was a hard day. I mean, I'm learning new things at work. I got everything done perfectly. The guys are like very happy with my work. I did everything by myself. They were gonna help me out with something that I wasn't really knowing, but I'm like, you know what? Let me give it a shot. I did it all by myself. I did like 25 to 20 picks for this one, the whole hospital. So I did pretty good.
You rock, man. Everybody in the Patreon and on the YouTube comments, they love you, man.
I'm gonna give you all hugs and kisses, man.
So I think he's calling it Fire Blast, right? So here's this orange peeled up card. Now, I'd be curious. He said he's going to show us the updated version of this. So he's got the...
That's the same one that I ordered.
Yeah, I actually have that one too. I think it's called the Vever.
Book press.
Book press. So, I don't know. I think that's wax paper he's using there instead of parchment.
It was parchment. You said parchment, yeah.
So maybe it's just unbleached or it's bleached parchment.
Tape? What?
Well, I'm sure you could just like use clamps too, but
yeah. Light pressure.
Light pressure, yeah. So he's not, but it's sitting. So that's like humidity storm, really, or bubble beam or whatever, hydro pump. But it's just sitting in there. So
look,
this was step that was step one. Here's step two of what he was talking about. So now he's taking, and I bought those.
I love
too.
that rug, man.
I haven't used I know that is sweet. I have a first edition from my childhood that graded a 10 that was a non-hollow from Jungle.
Nice.
Yeah. My son tried selling it at a card show. I wouldn't let him.
No way.
Yeah.
He's like, why would you do that?
The vendor came up to my booth. He's like, dude, your son came up. He's like, I give you 300 for it. I was like, he's not allowed to sell that. Yeah.
That's mine. Dude, did you see that? The back, how the back looked? It looked way better.
Yeah. So he's got the matte first, which I bought those too. They're just larger versions of the EVA foam.
Yeah, I have
parchment. So he uses the aluminum plates. I did buy those too. I was using that before I got these thicker ones, but I don't know what's better. Maybe the thinner aluminum's probably better, actually. I just figured these thicker ones.
Oh, he says it for 170 for 6 hours.
Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. He keeps his on a long time, right? This is what he was originally telling me. I think back when I first talked to him, he was saying something like 12 hours, like overnight sort of thing.
I'd be scared to do that.
Just more fire hazard. Yeah, I'd be scared to do that. But yeah, he throws it in the book. I wonder who this Janet. I gotta ask him. I wonder if he's an avid reader or if he just.
Janet, if she has good ways of pressing that card, get those type of books now. I support her.
But yeah, so I'd be curious to see what updates he has now compared to that. And then, Kurt's kind of done his own videos on this as well. By the way, have you ever seen roller damage? I have yet to see a card with this actual damage. So I
have not.
I'm skeptical on like if he did this to the card. Nothing against Kurt. I love Kurt, but
they say that apparently
or he bought it like this and somebody did it.
Yeah. But I mean, just with humidity storming that, you can get those things out.
Yeah. So he does the 1 minute. I think how much does he missed it? I forgot.
You think he does like 2? Let's see.
Apply card spray. So 1, 2, 3.
3.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, yay.
Oh, he's used that before in the heat press. Look at that. You can tell right away because the way that it wobbles. Look, go back. You're going to see it wobble. You got to wobble.
Did he spray the other side too?
Yeah, he did. He sprayed both sides.
Okay.
Or unless he didn't. I don't know. Did he? Look
he
how
says
that wobbles, man.
He said matte, so I assume it's both sides. So he says that light amount of moisture will soften the card up. It won't make it wet. And he's going to clamp it down, I think, first. And then after it's been clamped, then that's when he takes it and puts it into the heat press. He does 135 at 30 minutes.
I think he has the same one that I have.
Does he?
I think so.
Is that?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You got the Kurt edition.
Hell yeah.
I think I might. I think honestly, Matthew has one that like can stay on forever, and I think the one I have might be the same one he has, because I think this one, when I turned it on, it's not turning off. Which yours may do that too. Like, is it?
Mine
like, I know there's a
actually,
timer on it, but I think that's
I
just
leave
like
it. If I don't touch it
alarm.
or anything, it will say off.
It'll go off after a while.
It would say off, but it won't, like, I don't know. So I would have to turn it on, turn it back on again.
Oh, really? So yours does have an auto shut off then, huh?
I think so, but I haven't really truly like see how long it can go.
Same.
Maybe
Yeah.
I can try 3 hours. I mean, I'll do that too.
Just make sure you're home. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be on the weekend.
Yeah. I don't know where these. Oh, he's got boards, I guess. I think it's just backing boards.
Regular
he's
boards.
using.
Look at that. Look at that. I think it's really smushed.
I'm curious because I know. So Kurt's kind of way of doing it is with the mats, and that like melts the mats together. You have to like peel them apart to get the card out. The card
It's kind of
does.
satisfying though.
It is. It is. He says it's like opening a present. But
yeah.
but my skeptical side of me here is that the moisture is getting trapped in those EVA. We know for a fact those black mats, the moisture sits on top. It does not get absorbed by the mats. But maybe with heat it might, but I don't think so. I felt those mats, they did not feel wet at all. So I'm curious if he left this card on the desk, is it going to start to warp after some time or something like that? But let's take a look at the back now. It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
But there is a trace still. But when he peels it, it's like, I mean, that card
So
really.
it kind of, I mean, of course, that card already has a texture, but if you look at it closely, you can kind of see the texture of the actual mat itself.
There's an indent right here too that didn't come out. I mean, yeah. So that's the part that people are saying they're getting indents out and stuff, but I haven't really been able to get them out with the heat press. But I haven't tried a bunch either. Then he has this video where he talks about like the card sandwich versus the heat press. I guess maybe at the end here, I think he has like a quick before and after. So let's take a look. So I don't know which one was in which, but it looks like this one was bent. That one looks good now. That's pretty flat. That must be the back on it. That looks really good.
It does.
That came out good. Here's an indent. Indent has a tiny trace, but
remnants.
It's pretty much gone. Lifted edge, gone.
Gone.
So let's figure out which one was. Let's see. So that one was in the heat press. And what's this card?
This one is the.
Okay, that's that one. So that one had the
You know what it
bend.
kind of looks like? It looks like those vending machine Pokemon cards where you just have to just like peel them off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a sticker card, huh?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It looks good. It looks really good.
So let's run some of our experiments real quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a crazy card right now, Sebastian.
That was the second one.
So I've been using the lift kit I got to send you one of these if I haven't already.
Did you already send me the board as well?
No, I got to do that still. I'll ship it out tomorrow.
Right now, I've been not improving, but improvising. I've been using 3 sheets of parchment paper to cover that card.
3 sheets of parchment paper to cover the card during the heat press method.
Yeah, so I'm doing the same stack as you, but instead of the board, I put like 1, 2, 3 layers of parchment. Or do you think I should do more?
No, that's probably okay. I mean, as long as it's not touching the heat plate directly above it, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it?
No, it's
you have the 2 aluminum, the like thick aluminum things like I have.
I
right?
have that. Yeah, so it's the blotter. 2 parchments. I don't even think I need to put parchment in the bottom because the aluminum in the bottom doesn't really get hot.
Yeah, so the heat just comes from the top on these things. Mm-hmm. Like they don't really
blotter. I did it just in case. Parchment, blotter, the soft material that we have, the card, and 3 parchments, and then the other aluminum on top.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'd be curious, like when we keep honing this in, we'll have a heat press episode too. Because maybe that's better. I mean, I know Shiny uses parchment, like, period. Like, so, but the parchment gets wavy. I have heard that he has issues with, like, when a lot of moisture gets out, starts to get crinkling. That's what's nice about the blotter is it doesn't really change shape, right? But this card has been sitting in here for maybe like an hour. And let me show you a picture real quick of what it looked like before I put it in here. So the reason I humidified this card is because it had a slight bend at the top, nothing major. That's why I didn't humidity storm this thing. It just went right into, the stack here. And I didn't want to give it scaling on the back or anything like that.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people too. If you don't want that alligator look or that orange peel, just put it in the humidor. It's less risky. And I honestly, like for like little things like little indents or even tiny creases, it works really good.
So here, I'll show you the side angle of the card here. So you can kind of see the card is it's not perfectly straight, right? It kind of has this slight bend towards this direction at the top. And take a guess as to what this card is.
Is it a high value card? I'm blind. I'm partially blind. I couldn't see that. Oh, yes, the Rayquaza.
Yes, the ever coveted, which by the way, this card supposedly has fell 20% in value from the peak.
Honestly,
recently.
I saw that from 6,000 and went down to 4,000, right?
But I don't believe it. I
think people are just trying to manipulate the market. That's what it is.
Maybe 1 or 2 have sold, but if you look, these cards are wild. Like there's some that are absolutely wrecked, and they'll sell for like 4,000.
Okay, if anybody wants to give me a gold star Rayquaza.
But there's people who have them up there for 20,000-30,000 too.
I know,
right?
I seen that. So
the values on this is insane. But anyway, I look like the card is absolutely just wonked as hell right now. And after I had it in the humidor for a little bit there, now this is the perfect opportunity. Like we don't need to get any sort of scaling off the back because the back looks fantastic.
It's just smooth. That's what I like about the humidor.
There was like ketchup or something on the front too of this card, so I ended up I didn't want to apply any product to the card other than just card spray. So all I did was just wipe this card down first. Okay,
I washed my hands. You don't know if it was ketchup. It could have been blood too.
Yeah, I know. If somebody stabbed somebody over this card, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do kind of what I did with this and just give it a shot. Okay, so I'm going to put it into the blotter stack with the. This is where I put my money where my mouth is because this is a very expensive card.
So it's like $6,000.
So we talked about, like you and I were talking about evaporation as well, and how evaporating up is probably the natural way that things work. So we're going to be putting the dry board and the face of the card down, and I'm going to have the back facing up when I put it in here. So I'm going to swing this around, and we're going to do it live.
Hell yeah. While you do that, I'm going to do mine too. You're going to do how long?
I'm actually going to probably do like, let's say 3 to 4 minutes in here, maybe 5. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. We'll pull it out at like a couple minutes and see what it looks like.
Okay, I think I'm going to do mine for 30, and I guess in the Patreon, that's when we can show it.
Okay, sounds good.
Right. Or should I do an hour? What do you think?
Yeah, throw it in there right now. That way, by the time we talk to Matthew, you can yank it out.
Okay.
Okay. Do that. And I'll be chit-chatting here while you're doing that. So, again, the stack is just like this. We have these 1/4-inch aluminum plates. Then we have the dry board. Then the card. Then the polyester from the humidity storm. Then the blotter. And then another 1/4-inch plate. Make a little card sandwich here. So there's a bunch of materials that come with the heat press. There's like this weird kind of wool. I think it's wool. And then there's another one here that's like this blue mat. And then it comes with this, which is Teflon. Like this has like a texture to it, though. So you just got to be careful not to put the card directly on this Teflon, because that, like, I have tried it before, and it will leave a very strange looking texture on the card. So do not do that. But you want to put the Teflon down before you put the metal on here, because the metal will probably melt into this blue mat. So that Teflon just acts as like
for a very long time. Mine says 999.
Yeah, but what's 999 seconds? And like that's what, maybe like 30 minutes or something? I don't know.
We can try it 60. Out. I mean, we'll see if it's infinite. Then
do that. Yeah, do that. So mine's on right now. The way I kind of have mine set up is this particular model, instead of the T-shirt, because the T-shirt had some weird results. I put it on 185 and it went to 200. So I moved it over to the third mode, which just shows a square. So I assume that means just like paper or something. I don't know. But there's these modes at the bottom. I haven't really read the instructions. I just went to mode 3 and then set the thing to 185. Now when I turn it on, it just immediately turns on, immediately gets hot, and starts doing what it needs to do. I can feel the heat coming from it right now.
Does yours take a while, or does it like does yours also like just goes hot automatically 185? Because mine takes a while to get to. Right now I put it at 170. I'm going to test out 170 while you're doing 185.
Yeah, I mean mine already reached 185 and I just turned it on. So fairly quick.
Okay. I am ready. Let's do this.
So now I'm going to take the stack and put it into the heat press. And I like to center it. I have been putting it this way. I don't really know if that matters that much. I mean,
I've just been putting mine. I mean, mine fits perfectly. So look at my mittens.
Oh, nice.
I feel like a crab.
You have 2. Mine did come with a glove, but it only came with 1 glove.
I got these at Home Goods.
Home Goods?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put mine, let's do 60 seconds at a time and give that a shot. So I'm going to hit start. That will start the countdown from 60. We'll pull it out at 60. Now, the one thing about this is like, and let me pull you guys off here real quick so I can kind of show you. So if you look in between, this is what I don't like about my stack right now, is that aluminum plate at the bottom starts to bend really crazy. And I don't know if that's really doing even pressure on this thing. But I tried removing the metal plate, and then the Teflon was kind of touching the top of the heat press, which I thought was a fire hazard too. I see what you mean. So that's just what I've been doing. I don't think that maybe there's a better way. I'd be curious to talk to Homeboy about it too and see what he thinks. But yeah, that's the...
Okay, so 999 is... You multiply that. So it's... What the fuck?
Okay, so my alarm's going off now.
So my thing's gonna be in there for like 16 minutes. That's basically what it's saying.
Okay. Oh, let me grab.
So I think after mine is finished beeping, I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. Just put like. I wonder if I can kind of switch it.
Here's my. They gave me a pretty pink glove. I don't know why, but
I love it.
yeah. So I'm gonna pull this guy out, and let's take a look at the card right now and see what it looks like. So it still seems bent. It is bent upwards, which means there's still humidity in the card. And for the sake of science, I'll pull it out and just show you guys real quick. That's what the card looks
humidity.
like now, but there's still humidity. But it doesn't have that wonky look anymore, right?
No.
So
it was more curved, but now it looks a little bit better.
Yeah. So now
I want to ask Shiny if taking out bubble creases is effective with the heat press.
Or makes it worse, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I always think like maybe heat reactivates the adhesive, but also if the adhesive is just so old and not cooked, especially with those mid eras, I don't know what adhesive they use, but it's weak. So is it just like there's no adhesive at that point, or will heat reactivate the adhesive?
Yeah.
Right. So
damn, dude. So
mine hit reset, and then I'm gonna hit start again. We're gonna do another 30 or another 60 seconds.
So it's funny. Does yours do that too? Like, does it stay at 185 or does it move? Like, does it move like to temperatures? Because mine goes goes up to 170, 180, and then back to like 170.
Yours is fluctuating. Mine just says 185. I have heard of people saying that this thing fluctuates in temperature. And I've even seen in the comments on Kurt's video that some people get broken ones where it just goes. Now, it could be that it goes way over. It could be that they bought the one that I have and mode 1 for some reason I don't think obeys what you put or something. I don't know. Maybe t-shirts work differently where you got to go hot and then it cools down to the temperature that you want or something like that. Like maybe it's designed, like mode 1 is designed to go above what you said and then bring it back down or something. I don't know.
And I probably got to order the one you have then instead.
Well, I don't know. Well, that's for the sake of science. That's what we're here for, guys. Welcome to Cardboard Alchemists.
Yeah, where we're testing different things.
Where Sebastian wastes his money.
Yeah.
Or where I waste my money. Maybe yours is better. I'd be curious. I mean, Shiny, whatever he's got.
I like how yours pulls out, though. Mine doesn't pull out like that at all.
Oh, really?
No.
You just have to swing yours around?
I have to swing it, yeah.
You're a swinger.
I'm a swinger. Oh, my God.
Okay. So, a little bit flatter now.
Oh, yeah, it does.
So, see that? Still a bend. But we're getting there. So that was 2 minutes so far. Mind you, I'm kind of taking the card out, putting it back in, so this is a little weird, but I just burnt my shit out of myself.
Did you just grab the metal?
I did, like a dummy.
No, you didn't even think about it. Don't even touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I'm touching the other side of it, so I'm not burning myself. It is very hot. Be careful, kids.
Oh, dude, I've left mine for 16 minutes. Holy shit.
What's that?
I'm leaving mine for 16 minutes.
Is that what 999 is?
Yeah. 1,000 seconds is 16 minutes and 67 seconds.
Okay. I'm going to hit reset, start, and now I'm doing the countdown again. Yeah, so this card, remember I pulled this card at that card show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there was like that one indent at the top where like another card pressed up against this and caused a little indent right here. My mistake with this is I put it into the humidity storm and I should have just thrown it, like since it was a clean card other than that, I put it in humidity storm instead of the humidor. And so I could redo the card, press it really hard, and probably get that texture out. But the indent is gone, but that corner is still like it's kind of messed up. I'm not happy with the way that it came out, so I'm not going to grade it. At first, I was like, let me grade this, but like, remember there was that indent up here. You can see that little tiny bit of something going on there still. Like, that's why I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to sell it raw.
Yeah. And how much is that one going for raw? Like 100 something?
Maybe if I'm lucky, I could get like 80 or something. 80. Yeah. I mean, other than that, the card's beautiful. I'd be curious to see if I did grade it. It'd probably hit a 9 at least. Okay. It's beeping again. Take it back out again. So now we're at 3 minutes. I always forget to put the glove on, and then I burn myself with this thing, by the way. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm definitely going to waste more money and get the one that you got. I like that little swivel thingy. I like how it pulls out. That's what she said.
All right. And get you guys straightened out here. So here we go.
Dude, it looks straight. Oh my God, it looks so good.
It looks better. There's still some humidity left.
Some curvature. Yeah.
So I think what I'm gonna do.
How's the back looking?
The back looks fine. Yeah, the back looks pretty much. The back looks just the same as it did before any of the treatment, but it does look good.
Oh yeah.
But it's weird. Like the top is perfect now. Which is where the damage was. The top was the bent part. But now I'm seeing the bottom still has some humidity left in it. See that?
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to do one more round in here. And that's kind of where I think, like, originally I was telling people like 45 seconds. But when there's a lot of humidity in the card like this, you have to leave it in longer. So... let's do this again. I got to play around with it too. I'm curious if maybe putting it face up might be the way to do it too.
Right now I have it face down because of course, you know, since it's paper, all the moisture and all the, what's it called? The evaporation is going to go up from there, not from the plastic.
Are you using the blotter?
I'm using blotter, yes.
Okay. One thing before I do this. I don't want the...
I'm scared to grab the fucking metal. I'm going to get some plates like yours. I think that would be better.
I just want to make sure the polyester is nice and flat.
Oh my God, the beeping reminds me of Ready or Not, when we're in that mission where we have to find the bomb or defuse that bomb.
I know. It's like modern bombs probably don't tick or beep,
yeah,
you know?
They're silent.
But for added effect movies and games, they're like still doing that. Reset. Let's do it one more minute.
I feel like after another try or two more tries, I think it's gonna fully flatten.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now, again, this is where we're talking about pressing is still a step here, right? And after I took it out of the humidor, I didn't press it first. So if this doesn't work, I can always just reattempt the whole steps, like put it in the humidor, then the book press perhaps, or even just screw down flattener with one vise in the middle or something like that. Not super squeeze, just enough to kind of make sure it's even. Also with those screw downs, don't screw down these too much.
Yeah,
like people think like, okay, let's screw these down. Hella no, just even it out. Because if you look at this seam right here and you screw these down a lot, this will be touching each other. Curvature. But then there's like an the top will be like curved. You want the whole thing to kind of have even. And that's why using the vices, like the Anaconda squeeze with the 3 big vices, I like doing that. All right, so let's see. Final reveal. So what are we at? 4 minutes?
Yeah.
Shoots. I may do one more. Let's see how it looks.
I'm at 300 seconds now, so I don't know how that much is for me. So like another 3-4 minutes, I think.
All right. Oh, wow. Looks good.
Oh yeah.
Hang on. This is probably melting everything. Okay.
It looks super good. I can see it from here. The top layer, oh my god, that looks so good. It looks pretty. Look at that.
Looking at it in person, it's not perfect. In fact, you can probably see it from this side a little bit, that it's got a little bend upward.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit it one last time, and then I'm going to take it out, and let's see what it looks like.
I would say after this last one, hit it with the Anaconda squeeze and just leave it like maybe for like overnight or 2.
Agreed. Yeah.
It went up to 191. What the hell?
It did?
Yeah, 186, 190, 191.
You had yours on 170, right?
Yeah.
Is there modes on that thing?
No, it's just seconds and temperature.
Because yours sounds like what mine was doing on mode 1.
Maybe it's just one mode.
I can hear it clicking on and off, by the way, like meaning like it's turning on the temperature and turning it back off.
Let me check it out. Let me take it out. Let me see how it looks.
Okay. I should probably have swapped the blotter. I wonder if I should do that real quick. Yeah, let's do that. Mode. Reset. Let's open this up one more time. And I'm actually going to swap the blotter out.
One thing. Oh, this thing is super hot. Gotta be careful.
So I'm touching the blotter. I feel a slight bit of moisture, not excessive at all. I mean, there's no visible signs of moisture, but I can definitely feel a difference in the material compared to the dry one. The dry one I can feel is like very dry.
Oh my God.
So let's take a fresh blotter.
Oh, wow.
What?
Look how it looks. Hold on. No, what did I do? So look at that.
Looks good.
It has a little bend though. Does that mean I still have to do it, or do you think that's good enough?
Yours looks like mine, actually. Which direction did you put the card in? Like, was it
like this, facing down?
Yeah, but was it long ways into it going like this, or was it sideways? Did you put
Sideways.
You put the card like this, sideways into it? Okay. Because that's
You
what
see
I'm
better
doing.
results like that, or you see better results when it's like this?
I don't know. To be honest, I think like it does. I feel like it does affect the card somehow, but I'm just not sure how.
And this card was wonky, like wonky.
I'm gonna put it on the edge this time, just for the hell of it.
But the back looks super good. Like,
That's a bad idea. I can see it moving. We gotta put it in the center.
I think I'm gonna do one more treatment on it. Definitely gonna do one more.
All right.
Do one more. I'm gonna leave it there for. Let's try 30 minutes to see how it comes out.
So, man, he keeps his in the heat press a long time. I'd be curious if he still does that. And then Kurt says he's doing 135 for 30 minutes, which is definitely longer than ours. But we also have blotter in the equation, which I think highly speeds up the process.
I don't know why mine switches temperatures. I wish it didn't.
Yeah, that's strange. Like I said, I saw in the comments on this video that people were having the same issue. All right. Looks like we're almost done here. Yeah, when I saw mine fluctuating in temperature too, I was like, dude, you gotta be kidding me.
Just leave mine there for 30 minutes.
Okay.
And see how 30 minutes does.
All right. Take it
I wish I had a
out.
timer. Let me put a timer for 30 minutes. Beep. There you go. Focused.
All right. So this was 5 minutes. And I'm putting it in, which way? I don't know. I have to look back at the video, which direction I put the card in. I think I'm putting it just
timer.
So here's the final results here. It's fairly flat now, but it's still got some.
Looks good though. Looks better than it did. I think after an anaconda squeeze, it'll look better.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to throw it in the anaconda squeeze. So let me take my flattener.
Damn. Yep. Mine is switching temps. There was a point where it stayed at one temperature for a very long time. So it stayed at 185, but now it's not.
It stayed at 185 in the beginning, and then when you hit start, it started going crazy, or what?
No, like yesterday when I was testing it out more and more, it stayed at 185. It wouldn't move from 185, but now I don't know what's going on with it.
So I'm pulling this Cora Mew out, but see how dry this card is? That's what I'm talking about. Like, have a feeling, and it is a good curve. Like, this card is not like, you know, sometimes when the
Like
card's kind of
hardcore,
like,
yeah.
like one side's bent a little bit more. Like, it is an even curve is what I should say. I'm just holding it kind of weird. But yeah, I'm looking at it straight, and it's an even curve. But this is one of those, I'm going to try the same thing. I'm going to throw it in the humidor till it flattens out. And then put in the card saver and see how it does after.
How it does.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do the same thing so I can see how that goes.
All right. I'm just gonna clean the plates off here.
I think the safe bet for me, I think I'm gonna try 185 and see how 30 minutes does. And then I'll try the 130 because so I can be in the safe zone with heat as well. The 130 to 140 temp, so I can see how that goes in 30 minutes.
I'm wiping these bad boys off before I put the card.
Yeah, get some. What's your plate prep?
It's just like anti-static stuff, so the dust doesn't fly on as you.
I use that all the time, man, and then I wipe it down with my air duster. Oh my god, perfect.
Yeah, the air duster a lot of people use. I hear good things about that too.
Rocket's the one that started using it, and I think introduced it. Yeah, because even though I have the air purifiers, I still have dust, man.
Really?
Like very little, not as much, but it's still dusty.
Okay, I'm going to take 2 large penny sleeves. And then I don't have the photo sleeves with me right now, although I would usually use those. But I'm going to take the card, put them in between 2 penny sleeves. You can see some dust already getting on the penny sleeves, dude. It's crazy.
I know, man. Being a card restoration has its pros and cons.
Yeah, a dust-free environment would be nice. Like if we had a laboratory or something.
Oh yeah, dude, I would love that.
Like scientists and shit have that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh,
I wonder if Kurtz also starts like changing temps like that too.
no, I don't think he said to return it. That's what he was straight up saying in the
Then I'll return.
comments.
I'll return mine and I'll get one like yours. I think that'll be the best thing to do. I still have my box here, so I can just do that.
All right, this was something that TCG Wizardry was talking about. That there's like an indent on the
actual top loader. Yeah, I hate that,
on
man.
the penny sleeve. So I'm gonna get.
Is that because of quality control?
Oh, this one has one too. Look at that. It's crazy.
Get the photo sleeves.
Yeah, I need to go upstairs and just grab those.
Dude, the photo sleeves don't have nothing. That's why I like using them too. And I feel like I have a different like finish that doesn't leave that glossy look after pressing.
Okay. This one looks good. All right. Gotta kind of line it up a little bit better in here, but awesome. Yeah. What do you think? Should we jump in the page? Try to get Matthew on the horn then?
Hell yeah.
I'm curious.
I think we covered it good enough on the free page free episode.
Yeah, I'm curious like how much the current method with what he's doing versus the blotter will look like, because I think all in all it'd be interesting to see like, does the blotter really help out a lot? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
There we go. Where's my... I'm gonna have to just take this screw off and then shift it.
Cuisine art. I am not. I used to love cooking, but not anymore. Haven't cooked in a while.
Cuisine. Wait, say again. Cuisine. Isn't that the kids stuff?
Cuisine art.
Oh,
that's the name of the brand that I use my little mittens. My little crab mittens.
Crab mittens. I know. I was telling you should have got sharks.
I know.
Little shark mittens. That'd have been cute.
23 minutes left.
This is what I get for not using the photo sleeves. This being a giant pain in the ass.
That's why I stopped using top loaders. That's why I stopped using regular penny sleeves, man. I really like how the photo sleeves are. I think I switched that to everything while pressing.
Yeah. Okay. I got it in there. Okay. Well, thanks everybody who joined the live episode. If you're not in the Patreon, jump in the Patreon to see our exclusive interview with Shiny Asset. It'll be an awesome talk with him to see, what he thinks about the blotter and also what his kind of new updated version of Fireblast looks like. But thank you everybody for joining in. You can use Pokemaster to save 10% on a Patreon membership. And don't forget to sign up on desktop. If you're using your mobile device and you sign up on Patreon, you will be paying more if you have an iOS device. So do it on desktop so that way you don't have to worry about getting hit with the 30% iOS tax. So
or the fees.
Yeah.
Beautiful card.
Yeah, I hope it looks good. If the card looks wonky again coming out, this is, and by the way, I always look for dust after I kind of
me too.
I don't screw them down a lot, and then I'm like, okay, like what are you hiding, bro? And sometimes I still get popped, man. I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? I thought it looked that bad.
I hate it because like after pressing and you're like there, I look at it under a light and I see a little piece of hair or like a little piece of dust and I have to reopen it and take it out and I'm like, oh, and then it happens again and I'm like there for like 10-15 minutes just trying to like clean the fucking card and clean the plates.
I know, right? Yeah. So, but yeah, thanks again. And we really appreciate all of you.
Thank
Without
all
you
for
guys, we
joining
wouldn't
us.
be doing this. And all love. Like, again, I know there's a lot of drama going on. And to be honest, my goal is to smooth it out. I know, things are very competitive right now is I think the right word, right? I think we're almost like in an arms race right now for who can come up with like the gold standard of method. And here's the deal, Sebastian. I don't think one method will ever rule them all, right?
No,
Just like I was talking about tiers.
Honestly, I just think is I know there's people out there saying, "Oh, I'm better than everybody. I'm better than this." It's not about being better than anybody. It's not about better than this. We're all in the same community. We're all here in it for the same thing, to restore Pokemon cards, to do this for people. It's a hobby that we all enjoyed and grew up with. And about jealousy and everything. I'm just gonna say this. Everybody's good at their own thing. Everybody's good at different methods. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't work for others, they got to keep on practicing. And that's the thing. That's the beauty of all of this. Practice makes perfect. You have to put cards in the graveyard to perfect something. It's never going to be a one-try thing.
No, it won't. And yeah, like I said, I mean, there's going to be certain methods that are good for some types of damage. And bottom line, some things just don't come out, man. I mean, we're aiming for improvement, not perfection, right?
Yeah, exactly. We're aiming for exactly. You worded it really good right there.
Ring, ring, ring. Hello? Oh, Patreon? Yeah, we'll be right there.
Later, guys.
Yeah, you like my outfit.